Hello, my name is Nicholas Boyd, and in this video I'll be explaining my computer security final project. So my final project was to create my own VPN server on this laptop without installing any software or paying for anything. And this is accomplished by using Windows services that are already installed onto your Windows device but maybe hidden or not as visible. So I got this inspiration from this How to Geek article, and I basically followed most of it through, but I'll preference the video by saying I haven't been able to get it working and I don't know where I'm getting it wrong. I've been messing around with it for a couple hours now, and I don't know, maybe I'm just not missing something. So I'll show you where I started, and it was creating a incoming connection by hitting Alt, File, New Incoming Connection, and then running through this setup wizard for it. I created my own VPN user to help keep it more safe. It has its own password, and it's only to work with this connection as a level of security. Actually, I'll select that and go through the wizard a little bit. Through the internet, it's your only option, so you have to click next. Then this next one allows this. What are you going to allow when this thing's connected? So if you wanted to disable file sharing and print sharing while on the VPN, you can, but if you want it enabled, you can just leave it enabled by default. And allow access, and that should create the incoming connection. Oh, I closed it. So from there, I had to go into my router and do some configurations for my laptop. So I have Xfinity at my house. So the first thing was getting my laptop a static IP address for port forwarding. So as you can see, I renamed my laptop just Nick's Project for tracking purposes in this user interface, and I have it set as a static IP address 10.0.0.18, my MAC address. So anytime I come on, this is mine, and this is for the idea of port forwarding that I need for this VPN server. So if you go to Advanced on Xfinity Gateway, you can see I have enabled port forwarding, which is disabled by default. I've set up my service name, I've enabled it VPN, type both. Start port, end port, I don't know why I have two, but you can. I put them as the same because I need to do the specific port. And the server, which is my IP address for this laptop, because the laptop is the VPN server. So I do have port forwarding set up, so anytime something's coming for this port, it'll head over to my laptop. And just to verify that that's the same IP address, I'll go back and scroll down back to my laptop. So 10.0.0.15, so the same. So I have port forwarding set up. So the last thing that should happen is I type in VPN or VPN on my thing, add a VPN connection, VPN provider, only one option, Windows built-in, connection name, it doesn't matter, you can type in anything. Server name or address, you have to do the WAN or outward facing IP address for your computer, which I found on this, which is it's ipv4.me. Shows me my outward facing IP address, which should hopefully, when you connect to it, send you right into the VPN server through the port forwarding. So where was that? Server address and name, you put it in here, VPN. It's a point-to-point tunneling protocol. And then username, I use the VPN.user, or VPN_user, not dot. And password, which is, of course, Panther $. And when I've done this, this is where things get tricky, is the network connection between your computer and VPN server was interrupted. Now I know this is the VPN server itself, but I've tried on other devices on my network and I cannot connect to this VPN, and this was the best way I can show the message I always get. So I don't know what's going wrong. Maybe my port forwarding is set up wrong. I've never done that before, but I feel like it's right. I don't know if the server's not up or if I configured something wrong with that. I've gone through the guide. I've gone through a lot of testing. I've changed the IP address. I was originally going to change my MAC address and spoof that to add another layer of protection, because with that port being open in for the VPN server, it almost kind of leaves this server a little bit vulnerable, so spoofing the MAC address might have helped keep this device a little bit more secure. But with the problems I'm having, I don't want to try to change the MAC address and maybe break port forwarding even more if that's the issue. So if I figure this out, I'll add an extra part of the video at the end saying that it works, show you it working. But if not, I have no idea what's going on and how to fix it. I've looked up multiple things and read about this whole point-to-point tunneling protocol and using it with Windows to create a server, but everyone's just works and mine isn't. So thanks for watching.